New marketplace, new rules. It's tempting to copy-paste your Amazon playbook when you're launching on a fresh retailer, but that's exactly how you burn through budget without results. In today's episode, I asked 3 brand site leaders about their go-to strategies when launching existing products on new marketplaces. You'll hear why bidding on the same keywords that worked on Amazon can backfire spectacularly on other retailers like Instacart, the smart way to graduate from branded to non-branded search once you've built some relevance, and why one leader starts every new marketplace launch with business objectives, not tactics. If you're about to expand to a new retailer or you've tried before and watched your ROAS tank, these battle-tested strategies will save you time, money, and a few headaches. Let's jump in. Good morning and welcome to the Retail Media Breakfast Club. I'm your host, Kiri Masters, and every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern, I bring you candid and real discussions in the world of retail media and marketplaces in just 10 minutes. So bring your own cup of coffee and we'll get smarter about retail media together. Now let's hear from Justin Bomberowitz, Director of E-commerce at Wild Brands.
Don't copy what you've just done in your last one. It's not necessarily going to work. When you're launching a new marketplace or when we think about a new property or platform that we want to go in, we look at what that audience is, what their technical capabilities are, what our product set is in market. So for Wild, for example, we have 4 different sizes and they have different price points and we have different margin structures. So when we think about our goal, our reach, the audience, one of the most common things I see on Instacart is people bidding for key terms that do really well on Amazon that get minimal traffic on Instacart, but they just import it and put it in. So just be careful with adopting a strategy universally across platforms.
Now let's hear from Nemanja Lazić, e-commerce channel manager at Zevia.
Yeah, I always like to start with search. I think sponsored search is always kind of where the bulk of the money gets spent, as far as where your first dollar should go. And then I think that's kind of builds the basics for everything else. So then you can start with, some auto campaigns, as much as they're liked or despised, just to kind of build up some relevancy, and then start shifting budget away from those auto campaigns more into granular branded versus non-branded category, competitor, exact and phrase type matching. So really starting broad and kind of easing into it with a new retailer just to see where your products are actually landing and what those conversions are. And then you can start to dial it in. That's kind of my usual go-to. It's always helpful to get information from the actual retailer themselves to see, hey, how are your customers actually shopping? How are they using this platform? Or have you trained them to be look out for deals, or are they habitually weekly shoppers? Do they use a lot of subscriptions? It's nice to have that data going into this because it really sets up whatever strategy you want to implement based off that.
Now let's hear from Simon Swan, Director of Digital Marketing and Media at Caro Healthcare.
There have been many existing product launches I've been involved with in current and past companies, and where it wasn't necessarily a product, but more the approach and the process we took. What stood out wasn't just the product or the retailer in this case, it was probably more the buy-in and to the discipline of the process we followed internally. So in CPG, it's very easy, or FMCG, it's very easy to get swept up in the execution and the media plan. But what really made our launches successful over time was that we started firstly with the business objective, not the tactic. So we took a step back and asked, what's the role of marketing, or what's the role of retail media as part of this launch? And when we were clear on that, we related it back to the path to purchase. So we could fully understand the impact that it's going to have based on how a user buys our products through quant and qual insights. And then it helped us align our strategy across different teams, like the insights team, the brand marketing teams, before any media went live. We also make a conscious effort to speak in business language. So talking about market share, incrementality, category impact. So everyone from sales and the supply chain can see and how it links back to the bigger picture. Another key factor is measurement. We agree up front how success would be tracked, what KPIs mattered most holistically across the channels we use. We didn't treat the campaign as a one-off, and it's an ongoing iteration, optimization of those campaigns. So what we say is it's a marathon, not a sprint. And finally, we work closely with internal change agents. We identify people who work within the organization that can connect those dots across departments so we can drive that real alignment.
Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Retail Media Breakfast Club. We meet here every day at 6 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to subscribe and get your daily dose of insights, trends, and hot takes in the world of retail media and marketplaces.